What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how to run a speed cut dig route. So we're going to be talking about the specific things you need to do to create some separation on a dig when you have this press coverage, kind of in this catch technique where you got a 1 to 2 yards of space to work, and how you guys can create some separation. So I hope this video helps you guys out, gives you some value, and teaches you a few new things about route running and what you guys can do to manipulate a DB. But if you're a wide receiver and you want over 150 plus wide receiver route running press releases, catching drills put into a specific day-to-day, week-to-week schedule, check out that very first link in the description for our 28-day on-field wide receiver workout plan. So what you'll get access to is 4 weeks of specific workouts on the field with the names of the drills, sets and reps, all broken down for you into a set schedule. And we include a 30-minute long video where we break down each drill and we show full speed examples of each drill. So I hope you guys can check that out. Very first link in that description below if you guys want to get better as a wide receiver. Let's get started. So this rider from Cooper, he does such a great job of setting this DB up outside, fighting the hands, and then obviously breaking this thing right off to run this dig route. So let's break it down. So anytime I got a situation where I have a DB who's in this like kind of coverage, right? Catch technique, or maybe we're off the ball. We got about 1 to 2 yards of space to work. My job is I got to close the distance, right? I want to make him feel uncomfortable. I want to close the distance with him. I try to get him on his heels, or I want to try to get him to sit flat-footed so I can set him up outside of his platform. And that's exactly what Cooper does. So he closes the distance with him, gives a little hesitation move, but he doesn't take too long, right? So many guys, right, they'll do that kind of like skip release, or they'll do all this fancy footwork. That's not necessary. Just close the distance with him. If you're going to change tempo, hesitate a tad, get him off this platform, then get up into this route. So you see what Cooper does here is he really does a good job of throwing into that double move, stepping outside of this DB's frame, actually selling with his upper half, because that's what's going to get that DB to jump. We've all heard him maybe talk about this with CeeDee Lamb. They were talking about releases and how to get a DB to jump, and he was talking about how every DB's got like a clock, right? Like if you see this from a wide receiver, there's no way that he doesn't think that it's a fade. And what does that mean? That means that your shoulders and your hips and your stepping, you actually have to step and throw your body outside of his frame to get him to jump, right? So when I get him to jump outside, it's easy at that point. A lot of people talk about hand technique. When you get a DB to go off the platform, the hand technique is easy. To take an inside release, all you have to do is beat this inside hand right here. So that's exactly what Cooper does. He throws him off that platform, and look what he does. He just swats the hands away. And when you could swat that point of control, whether it be the wrist, the elbow, back of the shoulder, whatever it is, but when you could swat and get him off, his hips lock out. And that's what I mean by your hips locking out. And this is a great opportunity for any receiver to restack and get back over the top. So that's exactly what Cooper does right here. He does a great job of just dipping that shoulder, keeping a good pad level, getting back over to where that DB's trailing his back hip. What a lot of guys will do in this case is they'll just kind of round this thing off into the dig, and they don't create any separation. You want to get back, you want to get yourself back over the top, because ultimately you want to be able to sell fade. You want to be able to sell vertical until the last possible second when you make that speed cut. Now, when you're running a speed cut dig, right? And so what I mean by a speed cut dig is where you're just going off of one step. You're just breaking off of one leg. You're not dropping your hips. You're not changing your pad level. You're not dropping into the break, and you're just going off of one step. You have to stay committed to the vertical portion of this as long as possible. And that's what forces your legs to be sudden. So you see how Cooper, when he's bursting upfield, he's not starting to turn his shoulder and his hip too early. What so many young receivers will do is they'll start to turn that hip and turn that shoulder before they make the break. And that's an indicator to this DB, because what's he supposed to be watching? He's supposed to be watching my hips, and he's supposed to be watching my torso. So he does a great job of staying committed. And when you can stay committed with this and actually have speed, that forces your cuts to have to be sudden. It forces you to have to be explosive with what you're doing at the top of the route, right? It's almost like that mind-body connection that we like to talk about. So he does a great job of doing that, just selling vertical until the last possible second, not giving this DB any indication of what he's going to be able to do, and then he's able to break this thing off and accelerate out and make this play. It's a hell of a route there by Cooper. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job getting him off the platform, swatting those hands, restacking, and stay committed to the vertical portion of the route. Let's watch it again. Great job throwing him off. Great job swatting the hands and then popping this thing right off to make this play over the middle. All right, guys, if you have not heard, we are going to be in the Arizona area next weekend, October 2nd and October 3rd. So check out that second link in the description below if you guys are local to that area and you want to come out and get some working with us. I myself will be there working with the quarterbacks and wide receivers, and we are bringing out a Division I speed trainer to help you guys with your 40-yard dash mechanics, your overall running mechanics, and just to help you with overall athleticism. So if you guys are in the Arizona area, great opportunity for you guys to come out and get better. Check out that second link in the description below. And again, fellas, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I always appreciate the feedback. Always great hearing from you guys. I'll see you guys next time.